To effectively test the resistance from a ground bus within a control panel to the building's main ground electrode, you'll need specific materials and a defined procedure. Firstly, gather the necessary tools. A digital multimeter with both continuity and resistance measuring functions is essential. You will also require 2 probe wires to connect the multimeter to the test points. Optionally, a ground tester specifically designed for measuring ground resistance can provide more accurate results. Secondly, before commencing any electrical testing, prioritize safety. Ensure that the control panel is completely powered down. Implement lockout/tagout procedures to prevent accidental energization during the testing process. Always wear appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, including safety glasses to protect your eyes and gloves to insulate your hands. Thirdly, identify the key test points. Clearly locate the ground bus within the control panel. This is the point where all ground wires within the panel converge. Next, find the building's main ground electrode, often a ground rod or a connection to the building's metallic water pipe, serving as the primary grounding point for the entire electrical system. Fourthly, connect the multimeter. Attach 1 probe wire securely to the ground bus in the control panel. Ensure a firm connection for an accurate reading. Then connect the other probe wire to the building's main ground electrode, again ensuring a solid connection. Fifthly, prepare to measure the resistance. Set the digital multimeter to the appropriate function. This will either be the continuity test setting or the resistance measuring setting, typically indicated by the ohm symbol. Before touching the probes to the test points, confirm that the multimeter is functioning correctly. If using the continuity test function, briefly touch the probe tips together. The meter should provide an audible signal or display a reading indicating continuity. Next, touch the probe tips to the prepared test points, the ground bus, and the main ground electrode, and carefully observe the resistance reading displayed in the multimeter. Sixthly, interpret the results. A low resistance reading, generally in the range of 0 to 1 ohm, strongly suggests a good, solid connection between the ground bus and the main ground electrode. This indicates an effective ground path, which is critical for safety and proper equipment operation. However, an excessive resistance reading, typically greater than 1 ohm, might point to potential issues with the ground path. This could be due to corrosion on connections, loose connections, or other factors impeding the flow of current to ground. Seventhly, consider additional factors. For the most precise measurements, particularly in sensitive applications, a dedicated ground tester is recommended. These instruments are specifically designed to measure ground resistance accurately, minimizing the influence of stray currents and other electrical interference. When taking resistance measurements, be aware that some multimeters provide an audible signal, a beep, or other indication if the resistance falls below a specific threshold. This can provide an additional confirmation of a low resistance connection. To gain a comprehensive understanding of the ground path, consider measuring the resistance at multiple points along the path. This can help pinpoint specific areas of high resistance or discontinuity. Start at the ground bus and measure to various points in the control panel, then to the grounding electrode connection. Finally, if excessive resistance is detected, it's crucial to consult with a qualified electrician to thoroughly troubleshoot and repair the issue. Do not attempt to resolve grounding problems yourself unless you possess the necessary electrical expertise and experience. Poor grounding can pose significant safety hazards. Grounding is a critical safety measure in electrical systems. It provides a low impedance path for fault current to flow back to the source, causing the overcurrent protection device such as a circuit breaker or fuse to trip, thereby interrupting the circuit and preventing electrical shock or equipment damage. A properly grounded system ensures that metallic enclosures of electrical equipment are at or near ground potential, minimizing the risk of electric shock if a fault occurs. In addition to safety, grounding also plays a vital role in minimizing electrical noise and interference, ensuring the reliable operation of sensitive electronic equipment. Effective grounding helps to stabilize voltage levels and prevent voltage fluctuations that can disrupt equipment operation. A good ground connection should have low resistance, typically less than 1 ohm. This low resistance ensures that fault current can flow quickly and easily back to the source, allowing the overcurrent protection device to trip promptly. Regular testing of ground connections is essential to ensure their integrity and effectiveness. Grounding systems can degrade over time due to corrosion, loose connections, or physical damage. Regular testing helps identify and address these issues before they compromise safety or equipment performance. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides comprehensive guidelines for grounding electrical systems. It specifies requirements for the size and type of grounding conductors, the methods of grounding electrodes, and the bonding of metallic enclosures. Adhering to the NEC requirements is crucial for ensuring a safe and reliable electrical system. Grounding electrodes should be installed in accordance with the NEC. Common types of grounding electrodes include ground rods, ground plates, and metal underground water pipes. The choice of grounding electrode depends on soil conditions, local regulations, and the size and type of electrical system. Grounding conductors should be properly sized to handle the maximum fault current that could flow in the system. The NEC provides tables that specify the minimum size of grounding conductors based on the size of the ungrounded conductors. Bonding refers to the connection of metallic enclosures, raceways, and other non-current carrying metal parts to create a continuous electrical path to ground. Bonding helps to ensure that all metallic parts are at the same potential, minimizing the risk of electric shock. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are an important safety device that protects against electric shock. They monitor the current flowing in the circuit and quickly interrupt the power if they detect a ground fault. GFCIs are commonly used in areas where there is a high risk of electric shock, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. Surge protective devices, or SPDs, protect electrical equipment from voltage surges caused by lightning, utility switching, or other events. SPD divert surge current to ground, preventing it from damaging sensitive electronic equipment. Regular visual inspections of grounding systems can help identify potential problems such as corrosion, loose connections, or physical damage. Any issue should be addressed promptly to ensure the continued effectiveness of the grounding system. In addition to resistance testing, other methods can be used to evaluate the effectiveness of grounding systems. These include impedance testing, which measures the impedance of the ground path, and touch voltage testing, which measures the voltage between metallic enclosures and ground. Grounding is not only essential for safety but also for the proper functioning of electronic equipment. Many electronic devices rely on a stable ground reference for accurate operation. Inadequate grounding can lead to performance issues, data errors, and even equipment damage. In industrial settings, grounding is particularly critical due to the presence of large machinery and complex electrical systems. Proper grounding helps to protect workers from electric shock and ensures the reliable operation of industrial equipment. In healthcare facilities, grounding is essential for protecting patients and medical staff from electrical hazards. Grounding systems in healthcare facilities must meet stringent requirements to ensure patient safety. In telecommunications systems, grounding is vital for protecting sensitive electronic equipment from lightning strikes and other voltage surges. Proper grounding helps to ensure the reliable operation of communication networks. In renewable energy systems, such as solar and wind power, grounding is essential for safety and equipment protection. Grounding systems in renewable energy systems must be designed to handle the unique challenges posed by these systems. Grounding requirements can vary depending on the specific application and local regulations. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician or engineer to ensure that the grounding system meets all applicable requirements. Grounding is an integral part of electrical system design and should be considered from the outset of any project. Proper grounding can prevent electrical hazards, protect equipment, and ensure the reliable operation of electrical systems. When selecting grounding materials, it is important to choose materials that are resistant to corrosion and can withstand the environmental conditions in which they will be used. Copper and stainless steel are commonly used for grounding conductors and electrodes due to their excellent conductivity and corrosion resistance. The installation of grounding systems should be performed by qualified electricians or engineers who have experience with grounding techniques and NEC requirements. Proper installation is essential for ensuring the effectiveness of the grounding system. Ongoing maintenance of grounding systems is crucial for ensuring their continued effectiveness. Regular inspections, testing, and repairs should be performed to address any issues that may arise. Grounding is a complex topic, and it is important to stay informed about the latest grounding techniques and requirements. Continuing education and professional development can help electricians and engineers stay up to date on grounding best practices. Grounding is not a one-size-fits-all solution. The design and implementation of a grounding system should be tailored to the specific needs of the application. A thorough understanding of the electrical system, the equipment being grounded, and the environmental conditions is essential for designing an effective grounding system. Grounding is a shared responsibility. Electricians, engineers, building owners, and equipment manufacturers all have a role to play in ensuring that electrical systems are properly grounded. By working together, we can create safer and more reliable electrical environments. The cost of grounding is often a small fraction of the overall cost of an electrical project, but the benefits of grounding are immense. Proper grounding can prevent electrical accidents, protect equipment, and ensure the reliable operation of electrical systems. Grounding is an investment in safety and reliability. Grounding is a fundamental principle of electrical engineering and is essential for the safe and reliable operation of electrical systems. A thorough understanding of grounding principles and best practices is crucial for all electrical professionals. Grounding is not just a technical requirement. It is also an ethical responsibility. Electricians and engineers have a responsibility to ensure that electrical systems are designed and installed in a way that protects people and property from electrical hazards. Grounding is a key component of that responsibility. Grounding is a continuous process. It requires ongoing attention and maintenance to ensure that grounding systems remain effective over time. Regular inspections, testing, and repairs are essential for maintaining the integrity of grounding systems. Grounding is an important aspect of sustainable design. Properly grounded electrical systems can help reduce energy consumption and minimize environmental impact. Grounding is a key component of a sustainable electrical infrastructure. Grounding is a dynamic field. New grounding techniques and technologies are constantly being developed to improve the safety and reliability of electrical systems. Staying informed about these advancements is essential for electrical professionals. Grounding is a global concern. Grounding standards and practices vary from country to country, but the fundamental principles of grounding are universal. Sharing knowledge and best practices across borders is essential for improving electrical safety worldwide. Grounding is a critical element of electrical safety and should never be overlooked. Proper grounding can prevent electrical accidents, protect equipment, and ensure the reliable operation of electrical systems. Always prioritize grounding in electrical design, installation, and maintenance.